to game number 1. Starting in the top right-hand side, in the reds, it is JohnnyCage playing as Boyka. Bottom left, in the yellow, we got LiiLDC from Sweden. It's a best of 3. Yeah, actually, I need to edit the overlay.
Yeah, have you seen LiiLDC recently? I know you're pretty active on the ladder. Obviously, JohnnyCage, he just won 4 Players Gold Cup on Friday.
Yeah.
Human Mirror vs. Hawk, so he's pretty active. But LiiLDC, I don't know if I've seen him maybe a little bit in ladder games, but certainly not a lot in tournaments that I can remember. But what about you? You remember any games he's played? Is he practicing? What's up with him?
Very quickly, thank you so much, Sheree, for the resub. Much love, my dude. Welcome back. LiiLDC, I haven't seen so much on ladder recently. I checked his account before this, and he had like around 25 games or something. He was warming up for this match.
Right.
But JohnnyCage, on the other hand, I don't know if you saw, he's like top 6 Grandmaster. And he's also playing other races. Like, he's killing it with Elf. He's 21-0 with Random.
What the hell?
Yeah, like, this guy, like, he's reaching another level right now, it feels like. And he's just been on absolute fire, like, everywhere that he plays. And because he also plays Night Elf, I feel like he understands this matchup really, really well.
Yeah, I think this is one of those matchups where if you do play both sides of it, we see this from like 15 Sway, we've seen this from Imphy and TH in the past, where I think it puts you to another level just because this is such a deep matchup with how you build your army compositions, when you harass, when you expand, what is the most annoying way to sort of pressure your opponent. I think this is a really good matchup to sort of know both sides, and that's been proven by all the top humans in the past. That's really cool. I haven't actually seen his off race before, but that's interesting he's playing it, and he's actually that good with it.
Yeah, like a while back, I'm talking like maybe like a year ago, he was playing a lot of Elf, and it was really tricky to play against because, like, on one hand, like, yes, it's somebody playing his off race. Technically, that archer almost died, but he's gonna be able to make it out. It's somebody playing his off race, but at the same time, you don't know what to expect because it's the first time you play against that person playing this race. So, like, usually, you know, metagame is a very important part of, you know, game planning and thinking of your creep route and how you're gonna play. And now you kind of have to throw that out the window. But yeah, here is Human, and it feels like it's LiiLDC right now who's doing something a little bit more unconventional with the Beastmaster that he's using.
Yeah, LiiLDC seems to always do crazy stuff. I mean, Beastmaster isn't that unorthodox on Autumn Leaves. Maybe it's a little bit strange, but he does tend to do different strats we've seen against Undead, for instance, Warden, Mass Fairy Dragons, crazy strats like that in the past. So he's going to be the one sort of changing on the fly and forcing JohnnyCage to adapt throughout this series. Most likely. I'd be surprised to see just straight standard Keeper Demon Hunter from LiiLDC at all throughout this series.
Oh my god, this archer on the left won a duel with the footman and lived with 4 hit points. That was an epic battle. Yeah, usually Beastmaster is booked for Last Refuge, that's it. Like, you'll almost never see it on any other map, but if you think of Autumn Lives, yes, it's a different map than Last Refuge, but there are some similarities, right? Like, it's kinda small. I guess the big difference is that the mercenary camp is a lot less accessible, where like you have an easy one on your side of the map. He's creeping the expo with only militia, by the way, right now, which if LiiLDC realizes, there's gonna be a lot of screaming peasants dying in agony.
Yeah, your favorite sound in the game. Oh, we hear it once from just the creeps. But yeah, I think the whole point of this sort of insta-harass was to stop a super fast expansion from JohnnyCage, but he kind of catches LiiLDC slipping, and the damage on the Beastmaster is probably going to put this harass to an end soon enough. But to touch on your point with the mercenary camp, it's kind of cool. I don't think, I haven't seen a lot of humans pull those mercs early. Normally it's the Night Elves, which I think is an excellent play to pull that Berserker and that Priest right away with an Archer and a Wisp. I don't see humans doing it a lot, so that could also help LiiLDC here.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, even on Echo Isle, I still think it's underused, whether you buy the one like immediately. There's some matchups where you never see it, and some others where like you'll see it a lot more, whether it's being crept or pulled. I kind of feel like this is a pretty good start for LiiLDC, though, in terms of damage here, because a lot of peasants have already died, and the expo hasn't even started yet, whereas on the other side, like, the tech is very, very close to finishing already.
Yeah, this seems pretty good because I think this might have been he does have 4 farms. I think this is attempted 3 farm expo right away from JohnnyCage. So he wanted to get it up early. Normally, he would already have his expansion pretty close to mining, if not mining by now. And of course, he wouldn't have to build that shop so early. Like, he just ran out of gold power building it. So this is definitely rough. He has killed, I think, 2 archers at this point, but there's soon to be, like you point out, there's probably going to be a Naga second and Dryads on the way.
I'm having a lot of spikes, by the way. If I drop, do you think it would be possible for you to share your screen on Discord?
Yep, I can share my screen.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, not now. I don't think I'll drop,
Yeah.
but just in case, it's good to have, like...
I had the same thing in 4 players. I had to drop out in the grand final because I kept spiking. It was pretty brutal.
Like, so how did you stream it?
I restreamed OC Drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But at least you had something. Imagine you had nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you just sit there like, oh, I wonder who's winning.
Testing a fictional game. If you can get like those water elementals at once, by the way, like this would be great. Like double detonate and then some attacks.
Yeah, he'd be close to level 2 if he got both of those as well, and maybe like a footman on top. Okay, there's the Naga. The expansion is mine, and the Arcane Tower is going to be up, but I mean, if JohnnyCage can get some return damage, if he can buy some time, and this is a kind of a weird, vulnerable timing for LiiLDC because he wants to get something done with this Naga second, and he definitely wants to get those lures up so that he can follow up the pressure he did in the early game. So if JohnnyCage can just buy time, maybe even get level 3 on that Archmage with one more Archer kill, this could end up turning around and being pretty decent for him.
But the Archer, ooh, gets caught, and that's level 3 for the Archmage. That might be a cancel lore here. He might even get both. Oh my god, there's about to be a water elemental. He should have detonated. That water elemental will do so much damage, and that's both lores dying here.
Oh ho ho. Yeah, that's some huge return damage. That Archer, there's been a couple of miss micros. You pointed them out the first and second time from LiiLDC, letting his Archers if not only get low, die as well. And that Archer kill gives level 3 to the Archmage. That gives an extra water elemental, which cancels both the lores. And now I think JohnnyCage is in a commanding position.
Are you also seeing spikes, or is it just me?
No, just you right now. Yeah, sometimes depending on the servers. I think on the Russian servers I get spikes.
Yeah, like my ISP routing towards Russian servers, like it's capped sometimes for certain of them. So the WoW3 champions had to set up some proxies in the past and stuff. I think that might be what it is, but I'm seeing insane spikes personally.
Yeah, your ping wasn't great to the to a couple of the servers before. For this one, I think it might have been better, but yeah, it's a little unlucky. Should only be for this series, though, depending on who's playing after. Maybe a better server.
Yeah, hopefully. On most of them, I think this is the only server where I have this, usually.
Okay, yeah, maybe they can switch it after even, because they had good ping to multiple servers as well, these guys.
Okay, Beastmaster's got TP. Oh my god.
Yeah. Hopefully TV's in a good position, next to Moonwells. Oh, okay. Luckily for him, he had one there, because JohnnyCage was looking for that kill. We saw him moving around, going for it, and those claws helped out a ton. If expansion yet again is held, though. If
this Moonwell wasn't there, actually, he would have died, because I think the Beastmaster was kind of stuck inside the middle of the units.
Wait, a Huntress? Okay, he's getting some Huntresses, because he only managed to get one lore up. So this is Archer, Huntress, Dryad. I feel like I'm in 2007 right now.
Watching an old 4K Zeus game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we called it the attack move army with 4K Fury. When he would go Hunt, Talon, and Dryad, which was an actual composition, we called it the attack move army. And he would
just auto-cast everything.
Yeah, you just attack move, that's it, and then like, you do nothing.
Panda, that's going to be pretty useful. Oh, the Archers again. That's like the 5th Archer that's gone down to just sort of not being aware. And now the Naga, the same problem, but the Town Portal's forced. But still, I think the damage has kind of been done as long as the Panda can get out.
Oh my god. Panda's left behind.
Uh-oh. Wisp?
Oh, he failed the block.
Oh.
I think he gets out. What's happened to no Pandas left behind?
He's normally pretty good at these sort of things, I feel like, too. These blocks, not messing up the fine details. But, okay. He forces the potion at least.
Yeah, now it's so tricky. Like, there's so many footmen defend. It's only piercing except that one Hunt, which probably doesn't have too long to live. Trying to go for the Archmage. You could go back to the Panda as well. Like, I mean, that shop's gonna run out of potions in a second, but LiiLDC is losing everything.
Yeah, and the Sanctums are coming up.
Oh, yes, the second shop.
Probably gonna come up. Oh, that's so sick. Look how close together they're on the same screen. He has 2 shops, depending on your zoom, I suppose. But that's a lot of potions.
It almost looks like a mistake.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, right? Maybe he forgot about the first one because he built it at tier 1, which isn't something you normally do, especially when you're going for that super fast expansion. So yeah, it might actually be a mistake, yeah.
You know how many times that happens across, like, you know, in StarCraft as well, like the double Twilight Council or the double Dark Shrine?
Right. Yeah.
Oh my god, that Archmage escaped. Panda being threatened. Oh, the Beastmaster's surrounded and he can't get out. I think he's dead.
Ooh, that might be game, honestly. What's the follow-up going to be? How are the Moonwells? The Moonwells are bone dry tier 2 single lore right now. Oh, no, there's double lore, but it's only Dryads for the time being. And the defend footies is more than enough. That's all JohnnyCage needs. Yeah, GG, that's going to be 1-0 for Mr. Cage.
Yeah. Best of 3, so 2 match points coming up for him. And hopefully, I mean, I don't know if we have to play everything on this host. I don't want to force the players to play on another one, but this was extremely spiky for me.
Yeah, maybe because I think that was EU East 3, maybe EU East 4.
Yeah, it's one of... No, it's not... EU East 4 is fine, because I play it all the time. I think it's maybe one of the new servers, not sure.
True, yeah. There's been a ton of... There's a new server that I get like 5 ping to. It's pretty dope. I didn't even know that was possible for me ever. 5 ping. I feel like a god playing on that.
The micro. Absolutely.
600 APM. Just lose grunts in the early game. Love it. Lose like 3 grunts.
46 months on the day of
to
the
an
Pantheon.
Archmage.
Thanks for working with Grinchy and Burrow Rush to make this happen.
Hey, thank you so much again, Business, for the resub, and N. Williams as well. 46 months on the day of the Pantheon. Thanks for working with Grinchy and Burrow Rush to make this happen. Much love, dude. Shout out to Dan.
September, like 20% off every sub. 20% off. You're never going to get that deal for the whole month, okay? Let's get Todd to 5K subs right now. All right, I'll get to 100. If we get to 4,000 subs today, I'm gifted 500 subs. I don't know, that would ruin me, but sure, let's do it, dude. Let's do it. I know you'll give me a cut.
Yeah, sure.
Let's hype it up, dude. September, baby. How many times a day you bring up September, Todd?
Ever.
Because it should be at least 50.
Dude, I'm terrible. Like, all this stuff, I never plug anything. Like, even the sponsorship with NordVPN, I'm, like, barely making the quota. And, yeah, I never mention anything, dude. And I never play any ads, either. Like, I tune into Happy, and it's, like, mid-fight, you're getting, like, 3 mid-rolls. I'm like, what? And I never play any
he's
ads.
got a button. He, like, incorporates it into his micro. He's probably got, like, a stream deck, and he just, like, in between saving all his fiends, he probably just punches that stream deck. He's probably got the same ad button just on every single thing.
No, actually, it's a different one.
At random.
It's like 3, 4, 6 minutes, and then he closes his eyes, and he's like, boom, he just, like, presses.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. It's a little bit over the top. I don't think people would appreciate that many ads on your stream, but you know, definitely some ads for sure. And it gets rid of you probably know this. It gets rid of mid rolls or pre rolls rather.
Yeah.
If you run ads every hour, so.
Yeah, but it's one ad when you tune in, as opposed to like 50,000 through the stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know about that.
I do turn off a lot of streams because I jump in and I get a pre-roll. I'm like, I
Really?
don't really want to see what they're doing. I do that pretty often.
30 seconds, like a 30 seconds ad, and you're like, nah.
It's I don't know. It's really common for me. It might be for other people. Maybe I'm a weirdo in that regard, but just if I want to see like, oh, what's this random speedrunner that I barely ever watched doing?
Yeah.
I'll turn it on, get an ad. I'm out of there. I sub to the people that I watch all the time, though, so
gifted
it's
a tier
never
1
an issue,
sub to
really.
Burrow Rush.
Yeah, Sammy,
This is
if
their
I
first
watch
gift sub
somebody
in the
regularly, I'll always sub to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's any category, Carson.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Hello?
What's that, dude?
How's it going?
Good.
I'm doing well, thank you.
You sound a little bit loud for me, so I'll lower you a bit, and viewers can let us know, because they're the ones that, have to have the perfect sound.
I put him to 85. I put him to from 125 to 85. There we go.
Perfect. Would you like me on push to talk or?
If you have that blue switch keyboard that you keep pressing a key off, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Because I hear the click, click.
Yeah.
Is that a typewriter or a keyboard, Citron?
It's both.
USB typewriter. That's probably. I swear I was talking about that with somebody like 2 days ago. I forget who, but we were talking about hooking a typewriter up to a computer. I swear I had that conversation.
What's your keyboard,
I think
Carson?
you could do it.
My keyboard is a Corsair K70. I remembered. I did the sponsored thing. Corsair K70.
And you, Citron?
I think I have a Razer Black Widow with like the blue
Burrow Rush
switches.
gifted
That's
a
the
tier
USB
1
keyboard. I
sub
used
to
to use
Wild
that
Razor
like
Greens.
Coriander.
8 years ago or something. That keyboard.
Well, don't hesitate and check out the Stealth edition, if I may suggest so, Citron, because it's a lot quieter.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you so much, N. Williams, for the gifted sub to Burrow Rush, and Burrow Rush gifting one to Wild Coriander as well. Much love, guys.
Pay it forward. You seen that movie? That's what they're doing right now. That's a sad movie. That's got a very sad ending. But the middle and beginning part is really happy, and you know that's what they're doing right now. They're paying it forward. 20% off every sub for the whole of September. Everybody.
That guy. I should just like record this clip and just like play it with Carson's voice, and then he's gonna sue me for royalties over there.
I got you. Yeah, that's my intellectual property, Todd.
All right, I think we're about to get started with map 2. Looks like it's gonna be on Amazonia. Chilling sits with a sub as well. Thank you so much, my dude. Welcome.
Is everyone in here? I feel like the observers are a bit light right now.
Is it?
Maybe.
Yeah, we're missing Sparta and we're missing Kaiser.
Hey, Kaiser. Oh,
Hey,
yeah, I guess
Kaiser.
so. Where is he? He was online. He was green. Oh,
I know.
Maybe he's busy.
I couldn't get to him.
That's all right. It's all right. We got you, brother.
Yeah, I'm the next best thing.
We're gonna see a warden here. I'm gonna call it right now. This is gonna be
Yeah?
a classic AZ, the most annoying warden. True, false, Todd? AZ warden. Just chase around your archmage, gets a Naga second. How annoying is it compared to like tearing a stand warden?
Well, it's annoying for me because I'm kind of bad against it. I can never like sit back, which is what you're supposed to do. You just don't creep. I always have to start camp, and then it's like the warden is like, "Oh, that's my dream. That's what I wanted for you to do. Like you made a mistake." But I feel like for somebody as good as JohnnyCage, who's played a lot of warden himself, and he's just on an absurd level right now, I don't think he will be that bothered about playing against the warden. He'd probably do like a very clean one-base push and win, I would assume.
And what second hero would you usually go against Warden on AZ? Would you go with a healer or would you go with an MK? Or even Bloodmate?
I like Alchemist, but I don't know what actually the best is. Probably Alchemist or Blood Mage, maybe. I see most often Alchemist, though, if it at least is one base. If it's two base, probably Blood Mage overall. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, it's just different styles and perhaps different timings as well. Alchemist can be really good, but it's AoE, healing. Sometimes people have done Paladin as well, but yeah, usually it's mostly Blood Mage or Alchemist, which like you want to do a rifle push with before there's like a lot of bears coming online, and you want to tower from afar because Arcane Towers are great, not just against the Warden, but also against bears.
I love how we started analyzing how it was going to be Warden on AZ before we even saw the heroes. And what do you know? We're so damn good at this as a Warden. Look at us go. Incredible.
I love how you say we.
We don't even need to see the heroes.
You say we. It's all you, Carson. You called it Theorycraft live here at the Pantheon. We're getting a secret episodes.
Guessing heroes. Getting lucky. Roll the dice. Roulette, baby. We don't roll dice in roulette. It's a little spinny thing, isn't it? I don't gamble.
I saw that Lola tried to pull off some Warden in TP Cup, and actually kind of unsuccessfully against Fortitudes.
On AZ?
I don't remember the exact map, but I think he went Warden like 3 times or something, and then he won 1 and lost 2, if I remember correctly. My memory is pretty bad.
Warden's a strange hero, man. I think it kind of comes and goes with how good your opponents know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? So like sometimes humans will forget how to deal with Warden, and then she'll come back for a month, and then everybody knows how to deal with it again, and she disappears.
Straight Expo from JohnnyCage, which is the Death Note special. Death Note always went for this. I feel like it becomes counterproductive when you do it every time, because there is some great things you can do to counter this. But if you can surprise the opponent and then he shows up late at the Expo, kind of okay, I feel like. And now, I don't mind this position at all for JohnnyCage, and he got a big invuln as well against Warden. If you can dodge one of the Shadow Strikes with this, sometimes that saves your hero.
Yeah, I think if you can get away with this sort of an expansion, I do think this is the best way to play against Elf, if you can get away with it. If it's punished, if there's, say, double Wisp Deado and, the Warden comes in right away after getting their item or something like that, it could be very, very rough. But if you get away, you get your expansion early, you get that tech underway, you can go for that super strong, 10, 11 minute push with 70 supply. It's just so clean. So if it works out, it works out. But for now, the Warden is still full mana. Could definitely get some damage done.
Hey, he hadn't... Sorry, go ahead.
I got to give you some news. We got a Hunter's Hall and Double Ancient War going down, so we might be seeing some divide.
Beautiful.
We're about to have 1 Ancient of War if these 2 priests keep going ham over there down there.
I think they might actually get it, dude. They're actually gonna kill it.
Dude, they don't do any damage. They do like 3 damage. Just repair a little bit.
Come out. Yeah. Dude, it's regenning almost more than they're doing, just naturally, because it's nighttime.
They're healing that Enchanter for, they just don't know it. Why are they not going back? Dude, they attack from a... These guys shoot from further away than rifles.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
they're getting both. They're getting both Ancient Wars now. They're hungry for more.
And you know, like, we don't hear that, but LiiLDC right now is hearing, your base is under attack. Your base is under attack. Our lores are being desecrated.
How many peasants went down? Just one? Was it one in total the entire time? Because that's totally sick if only one peasant has gone down. Look at the positioning on the town hall.
Yeah. But he preserved mana for, like, the next push, basically. I think the goal with this is, like, you get 4 or 5 hunts, and then you bring 3 wisps, and you make 3 APs close to the expo. Right. And then the human cannot fight because you have fan of knives and, like, mass hunts against footmen. Oh, he's going blacksmith to go into rifles here, JohnnyCage.
Ooh, 1 footman, 1 peasant. It's gonna be almost like if he can continue to kill the footman, he kills... Okay, a couple more, but an archer, again, is like sort of forgotten about a little bit. Now the water elementals, hopefully the huntress isn't forgotten about. I feel like the huntresses are going to be more important in this push than the archers, especially if there's no towers to cancel. But yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. How are the Moonwells? The Moonwells are all right.
Oh, he lost the hunt.
Still be a good follow-up. He lost a hunt. See, he's been really sloppy with this throughout the series, forgetting about his units a little bit.
LiiLDC is usually known for his micro, so that's a little bit surprising to see him make these mistakes here. But yeah, he's getting more hunts right now. I don't see any wisp move out just yet. He has a lot of lumber, actually, so he could easily go into like some APs and then glaive throwers. Usually that's the goal with this. You're really all in here. There's not much transition possible unless you deal a lot of damage first. Like, you need to do something about that expo.
Oh.
And this is a lot of damage coming in, so I think the DC can find a way. He's going to be able to kill almost every peasant here, assuming that he doesn't lose too much in the process.
Yeah, 1 more kill and he's going to be level 3. He could always go back, get mana, and then I think re-push, maybe. I think he's got to go heal up, get more mana, wait for a couple more huntresses, and then bring the APs, but yeah, he definitely can't do this without more mana, I feel like.
Yeah, this is really the great game to get a staff inside, you know? Like, he runs to the shop back left, goes home, clicks on Moonwells, and then staff back across the map, and then continues with the push. But now we're seeing rifles come in, another hunt under threat. He's barely gonna escape with it. The Archmage being chased on the other side. He can actually kind of corner him. And what's JohnnyCage doing with this Archmage?
He's gonna have to TP eventually. He is building a shop in his main. The Zeppelin should be up pretty soon. Yeah, 25 seconds for a Zeppelin. He could also buy a Shredder if he hasn't already, which he has not. So I think he's just got a town portal. Try to get to the lab, although it's not crept, and get that Zeppelin, and then he should be honestly pretty safe once his shop and his Zeppelin's up. Yeah.
These hunts, though, it's about to be daytime. One of them really, really low, and one of them is next to the kobold here in the center. Oh no. Get ready for the bashes, guys.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's forgotten about. Okay, he remembers. Control click for the win.
And do you guys think that the LiiLDC is making any mistake at all by continuing to pressure the expo instead of the main, which has no tower?
Yeah, he's all in. The problem is that the main would have militia, which is still relevant because, you know, a fan of knives has a cap, and as the Night Elf, you need to be hitting units plus peasants. I think the expo is okay. I mean, look at the tower. It's gonna go down pretty fast. The peasants will die at the same time. LiiLDC might be doing this. Thank you so much. Back to Warcraft for the raid, by the way. Much love, Neo.
All right, all the peasants are going to go down. Yeah, I feel like the thing about attacking the main base is you kind of get stuck either diving through the 1 slot opening, or you have to, you just have to attack buildings. Whereas if you go for the expansion, you can kill all the peasants, and then you can try to go for the town hall afterwards. This is going to be a tough fight to win, again, I say, with no mana, because there's a decent amount of rifles. It's about to be level 3 Archmage, too. That's going to be a huge level up if, say, this Archer goes down. And it will.
LiiLDC has 0 Moonwells at home. He waited so long, and then when he finally used all the moon juice that he had, it was already day. So they haven't been replenishing at all. And he has no shop either for like stuff like Clarities. The Archmage on the threats, he doesn't have a temple, he's gonna get chased down, he's still Shadow Striked. Those rifles and militia, though, dealing with the hunts, they're all dying right now. Archmage might be about to get 4, which perhaps could save him. Oh my god. I think it's happening. He's gonna hold.
Ooh, yeah, he used a Shadow Strike instead of saving up for one more Fan and Eyes. I feel like if he stuck it out and maybe used one more Fan and Eyes, also if he brought those so many Wisps, he's got like 8 Wisps in his base that he didn't bring for more detonates. I think that was a winnable fight for LiiLDC if he just did those couple of things, but now the expansion's held, the shop is up, the lab's being crept, and looking like a 2-0.
Yeah, JohnnyCage not even remaking a tower at the expo. He knows that it's a big army there. He's done it. The entire army of DC just vaporized. Oh, the Archmage!
Get the Zeppelin, please. Please get a Zeppelin.
Can I please get a waffle?
Classic. Don't tell me he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get his, like, come on. You're about to get Shadow Strike to lose your Archmage.
But he knows there is no... Oh my god, it surrounds.
Oh,
Yeah,
the rifle surround.
I think... What is that? Oh
Wait,
my
just
goodness.
dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, nice round. Now the Wisps are here, but... Alright, yeah, just detonate on them rifles. Yeah, why not?
I love how these hunts are like, please stop. Bruce.
Yeah, this looks like my 2v2 games. You get you random Night Elf, and then you're like, oh, I'm against 2 Orcs, and they're both playing Farseer Headhunters. That's every 2v2 game I've been playing.
That's every 1v1 game that I play. I play against 2 Farseer Headhunter players in 1v1.
And you just go blind hunts for some reason.
Yeah, and I go blind hunts, yeah. I'm like, oh, the Hunter Sol is already down. I might as well make 35 hunts.
Sunk cost fallacy, there we go.
Yeah. Poor Warden.
Rough series for LiiLDC, but JohnnyCage wins the first match here today with a 2-0 score.